are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Talking with Rafael and the Erwin Show, respectfully, with your host Erwin and Rafa. What up, bro? Uh, my bad. I can't hear you. There you go. My bad.
Dang, bro,
My
disrespectful.
bad. My bad. My bad.
Now just say what up, Rafa. Happy Wednesday. How you been, man? What's going on? What's going on with you today? What's the word?
Same old, same old.
Same
What
old.
can I say, man? Just enjoying this beautiful day without my daughter crying on the background, of course.
I can't hear her.
I really think there's gonna be like the playlist of
Yeah.
my daughter just always on the background crying, but she's just like being complicated right now.
Yeah. Sounds
Yeah,
like it. Sounds like she's being complicated for sure.
nah, it's
But
all good. It's all good. Mama,
how
Mama
I
Bear got it. Mama Bear got it.
Mama Bear got it, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's good.
Anyways, dude, how you been? How you doing,
Tired today, bro. I'm a little tired for
bro?
sure.
That's like your everyday comment. Every
No, it's
podcast.
not everyday common. It's just I mean, yes, I took a fat ass nap, and then today
Yesterday for 3 hours.
that was a
You
fat
took
ass
another
nap.
fat ass nap again.
No, not today.
Uh
Not today. Not today. I didn't take a fat ass nap today. Just kind of like lean back. Pretty much it.
cool,
Uh,
cool.
just and then enjoying this crazy cold weather of ours. How it's been. Pretty chilly, don't you think? It's been kind of cold. Well, I mean, you haven't
Uh
really been outside, I guess, huh?
yeah, I have. I have.
You have.
Uh, I think it is all right. Dude, I'm the type of person like if it's cold, it's cold. Like I can care less, you know. I'm not gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it's fucking freezing. Fuck that. No, it's cold. Put a jacket on. It's hot.
Yeah, but it's,
Put
it's
some shorts
just.
and tank top on.
No, it's
So,
just chilly weather. Just not too bad for me. It's just
hmm
the beginning of the day, just kind of like, ugh, you know.
yeah, I
Then
feel you.
it's just like, never
But
mind.
I just want to say that we have a great show today, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit the like button, comment down below. Let us know what you want us to talk about. If you have any topic in mind, and make sure you share with your friends and family. Without further ado, Erwin, what do we got today, man? Last time we left it off on the whole Jimmy Butler being Michael Jordan's son's conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any conspiracy theory that you're kind of like leaning towards, or one that you like set your foot down that you enjoy? That you're like, holy shit, I think this could be true, or it is true.
Mm, you
Flat
know,
Earth,
huh?
flat Earth. No,
No, I don't know. It's just right on top of my head right now to think about something like that.
you don't have the brain
Uh,
power right now.
I don't
You
have
need
for
it.
that because I mean I want to bring something up, but it just doesn't make sense, and I don't want to steer the pot. The
Fucking
whole.
do it. That's what we hear.
I
Steer the
mean,
motherfucking pot. Go for it.
okay. One theory that I think is I still believe in that until this day. I do believe, and like this is nothing to do with politics. Okay, just clarifying
And that's exactly what I have to do with. Let's go.
that. No, it doesn't. But the whole 9/11 thing, bro.
Okay, never mind. Don't bring
That's
that
what
up.
I'm saying.
Don't bring that
That's
up.
what I'm saying. I don't know if
Shut
you
the fuck
want.
up. All right, guys, this is it. That is all. Thank you for so much for
That's
joining.
why I'm like, do you really want me to talk about that, bro? Like
Nah,
I don't
dude.
know, man, and like I don't know if I really want to bring that up.
No. I think
There's
that's
just
too
so many
too
things on that
sensitive a
that whole
subject.
era. So
I feel like that's gonna be a too sensitive a subject. You know.
yeah,
Um. But yeah, I don't want to go into details
here's
because
one that I have for you. How
what?
about this? And it kind of works. I mean, and this is okay. This is just theoretically, it's
Yeah,
not a realistic. But there's a show that on Netflix that I have watched in the past before. It's
then it's
called the
completely false.
No. This is not a It's a show. It's called The Ultimatum. And then
Okay.
right recently I've been trying to practice my This is something I want to do. Is I want to try to get focus on continue to learn. I went to school for French classes and stuff like that. I understand it. I can have a conversation decently too, not to the fullest, but there's two shows. One originally based in the United States. The other one is based in France. So I got to see the first one in the United States completely. Now I'm starting to watch the second one, which is based in France. Let me break it down for you guys. For those listeners out there right now, stay tuned. Keep an eye on us. Keep join us live. Like Rafa said, like and
Mhm.
share this video, and then follow us in our Instagrams or Twitter accounts. We're here right down below us. You guys have
Yes,
that
sir.
here.
So is it this show over here? Damn it.
The ultimatum. I know. Don't ask me how to spell it, cause
This one right here?
yes, that's the number one. That's the first. That's the first season, pretty much, of the ultimatum. So pretty much, I'm gonna break it down to you guys.
Yeah, because I have no idea what this is about.
And it caught my attention the very first time when I watched the show. I was like, okay, cool. Let's watch what this is about.
Hmm.
The ultimatum basically is one on a relationship, a man and woman relationship. One of them has been chosen to come into the show because they're giving the ultimatum to their significant other to get married, and the other one doesn't want to, or vice versa. One doesn't want to, one does, the other one does. And it's crazy to say this, but a man can ask the same thing to, hey, you need to marry me, or this is gonna happen, or the woman could say that. And this show is just kind of like it breaks down as they're going their own thing. They go into this what do you want to call it? I'm looking for the word for it. It's like like a program. Like if it's worth for me to actually, am I really you the right person that I'm supposed to be with? And if you don't, I think it takes a lot of guts for your significant other. Say you want to get married with her, or
Hmm.
she wants to get married with you,
Yeah.
and then this person decides, you know what, we're going to be in this show, and this is going to be a test that we're going to take for us. We're going to do this kind of program. So at the end of the day, when things are getting really serious, the significant others, they have like I think 5 or 6 different couples join in. They go on significant dates with the other people's other relationships of the couples around there. Nothing
Hmm.
contact, no physical contact, none of that stuff. Pretty much as basic as I can get. You got a couple 3 days to make a decision who you want to spend the next 3 weeks with. It can be your significant other. It has to be somebody else from the couple. So the pot gets really stare there, like they're staring the pot like crazy.
Hmm.
Because you see the jealousies, you see all kinds of stuff. You haven't watched the show, but how would you feel if you see your significant other, say you're the one that doesn't want to get married? And I'm talking about this is like young generation of people. This is like 23s, 24, 25s. This the one
Yeah.
in France is about 28, 25, 31 is the highest person I've seen. What do you feel? Do you feel it's right for your significant other to put you through a test like this just because you don't want to get married?
I I think that anytime you put yourself in an ultimatum in a relationship, it kind of fucking ruins it for you automatically.
Right.
In my personal experience, so that for me is kind of like, why should I give you an ultimatum? If you want to marry me, great. If you don't, great too, and leave it at that. So that's why I think is, in my personal opinion, I think it's dumb that there's a show like this, that where there's a couple that actually go in, and I'm assuming it's a hotel room, right?
No, it's just pretty much they go back into okay, the one in
Do
France,
they? No, I don't care. It's just this first season.
it's not a hotel room. It's more like they're actually like local people that live around that area. They go to each other's places in exchange. So either
Okay.
that person's place or his place or what vice versa. Here the thing is very respectful everything how they go base.
Mm-hmm.
The way that they describe it on the show is they kind of describe it like an opportunity to learn exactly if it's
Mm-hmm.
what you're looking for, if what is your expectations for this person, or what is
Yeah.
that you do. Are you gonna miss this person? There's certain things you don't like. Based on what I've been seeing on the show, a lot of them seem to have found little things that they didn't like about this person, and then this person is doing the complete opposite with their current partner. Nothing, no kisses, no sexual activities, none of that shit. Nothing hasn't happened. Everybody's being respectful. to one
Yeah.
another. But I feel like in the eyes of the guy or the girl, whenever they see the guy talking to another girl or the girl talking to another guy, they get that whole confrontation of like jealousy type of thing, you know. But
Listen.
and I see what you're saying.
n-
Let me just finish this. I see what you're saying because you know, in my
mhm.
in my thinking, it's like being that young at that age. What is it that makes you want to get married at such a young age? What is it that you see to get married at such a young age? 23 years old, 24 years old. You know,
Well, I'm glad you asked. Um,
hold on. Let me see
I'm glad
something
you
here.
asked.
And
No, you
then,
already asked a question, bro.
no,
Like
and
you
now let me just
gotta
finish. And
go
then,
ahead.
no, and that's one thing that to me, for example, these girls. I mean, what is it that some girls are looking so much forward to being married at such a young age too? You know, I'm just basically telling you from my what I've been,
Status.
huh?
Status.
Status. Hey, calm down, Top G. Calm down, Top G.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Status.
Status. Sorry,
But
status.
but here's the thing, you know, like, and that's the funny thing that you say about status, because most of these guys
Mm-hmm.
and majority of them are the ones thinking, I'm looking for a specific, you know, security from her behalf, and I'm looking for some security for my behalf, because I want to make sure if I want to marry to somebody, I'm gonna give you, you know, a specific, you know, goal, like,
Yeah.
you
Let
know.
let
But
me
let me
go
take
ahead and
you take over. I
yeah.
want to know your opinion. Um, it is a really weird show. I would recommend you to watch it, check it out, so you can kind of make more understanding to it. I've watched the first season. It
No,
was
thank you.
crazy.
Let me
Just
go ahead
watch
and
it.
give you
Be
my
an
opinion right now.
open-minded, bro. But go for it, Rafa. Take over.
Let me give you my sincere uh opinion about this. Whenever you even through high school, because we all I feel like a lot of people forget like everybody goes through the same shit. Everybody been through their 20s, the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. And so we keep forgetting how we used to live back in our 20s, back in our teen years, and so on and so forth. So whenever somebody gives you an ultimatum, like it's either me or your friends, it's either me or this other person, it's either me or so and so. And so whenever you get that type of ultimatum, you kind of like, well, I'm gonna choose my friends. Well, I'm gonna choose this because they're not giving me the ultimatum of fucking either being with them or being with you. So why should I be with you if you're giving me ultimatum? What's the next ultimatum? Like, why am I gonna give you all that control system? Why am I gonna give you all that fucking control? I'm sorry, I'm watching too much Andrew Tate now.
Oh,
What?
did I
What?
get you into that shit? Oh, bro,
No, no, no,
bro,
no,
give
no,
me a high
no.
five. Give me a high five, bro. Cause
Mm.
I here's the
No,
thing.
no, no,
Okay,
no. Here,
continue doing it, and
let
then
me finish.
let
Let
me
me
put a pin.
finish.
Let me put a pin on
This
that.
is
Okay.
why. Like,
Okay.
why am I gonna give you all that fucking control on? And this is what I used to think before Andrew Tate. I promise. It's just I thought it was funny saying it. But why am I gonna
Okay.
give you all the fucking control now? What does that mean? Like later on, I'm gonna be like the pushover in the relationship, and then anything like later on, it's gonna be your friends that I'm hanging out with, not my friends. So I'm not gonna have friends to hang out with, and then who am I gonna have like a conversation with?
Right.
So you see what I mean? Like that's
Ye-
why it's like when you get that kind of ultimatum, and I'm speaking of experience because I've been given that ultimatum before, and I end up ending relationships because of that. Like I don't want to be with that person if it's gonna give me an ultimatum, either do this, or it's over. It's like fuck that. It's over then.
So here's the thing, though, and I wanted to wait for you till we're done.
Mm-hmm.
In the show itself, yes, I'm a guy. Yes, I watch shit
Are
like
you?
this. Yeah, I'm a guy because I'm
You
like, it's
are.
like, oh my god, this guy
Fuck.
watches some weird shit, weird shows.
Damn. What? I
Well,
didn't
I'm
know
a
that,
man.
bro.
I'm a man, but I like to watch. I'm open minded to shows. I'm not gonna be like, I'm like, I'm a man. I don't watch this shit. No, I'm gonna be like, cool. Let me check it out. I'm cool
Mm-hmm.
with that. I don't mind. But here's the thing about that show. In this scenario, I never once heard them sing a single girl say a single thing, or a guy, vice versa. Your ultimate is you have to hang out with me, this and that. Nothing about friends. Everything with your friends hanging out. Everything was good. Everything was nobody took control over that. Pretty much the biggest complaint in here was the fact is one wants to get married, the other one doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's the crazy part. when the conclusion comes to pick your partner after those 3 weeks or whatever, um, after those you know, whatever scenario it
Yeah.
comes in, it literally just they start thinking some really crazy shit. They're like, did I made a mistake because I'm the one that dragged them into this? And I'm like, you know what? That's exactly what it is. You wanted an ultimatum, and then it's either the girl or the guy. I'm not talking about
Yeah.
either. You wanted the ultimatum. Sorry. Now you have to see the consequences because now you're putting in a situation like this. You're putting yourself in this situation that you could probably end up losing a partner. This
Hmm.
partner could have found something a little bit different. This partner could have been saying a complete different thing, and they could be thinking something else. Little brief, some of these guys that I'm seeing here, they're sports, they're personal trainers. Two of them are, and the one in France. One thing's very different, very close mind, he's very busy according to him.
I
That
mean, you're
he,
giving too much of the show
yeah,
already.
yeah.
So,
So it just
it,
it's crazy to believe because everybody may have a different kind of mentality based on that.
but what kind of experience have you had about giving have you ever had an experience about getting an ultimatum? Like, have any of your past did I spell that right? I feel like I didn't.
That's what I was
Nope.
checking.
I
That
did
was.
not. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
I
I was
got you.
like, wait, I reread it and I was like, wait a minute.
Yes,
That
that
shit
was.
doesn't read right.
Yeah, like what? So
Fuck. There
there
you
you
go,
go.
guys. I
That's better.
fixed it.
So
That's what I'm talking about.
I've
You know,
never
you
gotten
guys
put in
can
a
also tell me
situation
if
like
I'm misspelling shit. Anyways, have you had that experience before in the past where you had an
an
ultimatum
ultimatum. No, and,
with a
and here's the
relationship or a
thing.
friend or
My
anything like that?
problem with me was that I would prefer, and that was my biggest problem. My biggest problem that I would like to please the person, my significant other, and whatever she decided to do, instead of think to myself and say, "Hey, it's not healthy that I have to have you with me here the whole time. I don't want to have you right next to me the whole time." And the thing is, I don't want to go with you everywhere you need to go. You
Hmm.
need to have some space. And the problem with me, I stood quiet for so long that you know what? Listen, you trust me, I trust you. If I'm gonna go with my friends, I'm gonna go with my friends. You're gonna go with your girls, you're gonna go with your girls. But you know me a favor, at the end of the night, me and you're gonna come home to each other. So that my problem was I feel like I had a lot of problems with that I preferred doing things and kept that things to myself instead of actually saying, hey, this is wrong. This is not right. Because
Hmm.
you can't change your life how you are. There's certain things you can change. Yes, you have to change certain things about your life. But it doesn't mean necessarily you have to cut everything off. You don't have to do that kind of stuff. But the ultimate they ever told me is like, if you ever get married to me, I'm leaving. Never, never. I did tell some. Yeah, I've
I
never got put in
mean,
a situation like that. But
wouldn't it be
don't make me.
awkward? I mean, I never had this experience before, but wouldn't it be awkward that you propose and the person says no?
I think that is the most horrible. What would you do? I think that's the most horrible thing.
I that's a
I
good
think.
question
I think
because do you end
that's.
it in the relationship right there or do you like because here's the thing there's I think I have spoken either with my wife or somebody where like they I given that scenario to them and they're like, well, I will say yes at first so that way I won't shame the person and then later on in privacy I will be like, hey dude, I say yes in public but I don't want to. Or would it be like, because we've seen it where like the guy proposed and the girl's like, no, dude, I don't want to.
And I
And
feel.
the dude gets of that shame or, gets,
Yeah.
what's the word for that? It gets pulled, like he gets emotional about it. He's like, oh shit.
He
Now, and
just.
he got to have that poker face, like, I'm a man, I can't cry and shit like that. And it's like,
I just feel with kind of things like that, when you look at him that way, as a
yeah,
man, I feel like that's like the lowest point of your life. I think it's the most embarrassing moment you may have feel.
if you
I
do it in
feel like
public, yes.
in public or in general, or in front of somebody else's family, or even worse. Here's probably the worst one,
Hmm.
right at the moment at the altar, in altar, pues, en altar. When you're at church, you're ready to get processed and get
On the
married.
altar.
In the altar, yeah. So when you're at that point, you're like, dude, that's the worst.
The cold feet.
The
Like,
cold feet moment.
I'm not ready for
And,
this.
and, and here's the thing. A lot of people can handle that. And a lot of people can probably say, I don't think I'm ready for this at the moment. But then other people can take it as, you know what, you already did this. You embarrassed me. Most guys,
Ooh. I
Most
mean,
guys, and I'm not saying most guys will probably feel embarrassed that I'm like, no, I would not want to do this again with you. You just called it off and I'm done. Most guys will probably
yeah.
say that. Some guys will like, okay, but because they don't have what do you call it? They're not embarrassed about it. It's his life. He doesn't care less about anybody else's life. But
I mean,
I think the
I,
most embarrassing moment like that, it's you can't really tell what would you do until that actually happens to you.
and here's the thing, like the fact that she canceled you, in my experience, like when me and my wife got married, we actually plan out the honeymoon. We plan out like everything
Yeah.
already. We plan out the wedding, inviting guests from different states and different countries. And so for I'm giving a scenario. Like for
Right,
her
right.
to like we both show up and then she get cold feet and start running off, I would personally would not get embarrassed. I would be like, well, fuck it, let's go eat because I'm hungry or some shit like that. Or I would be like, guess what? I'm still going to the honeymoon phases. Like even if it's by myself, like
Right.
I will get on that cruise ship or I will get on that plane and fucking enjoy life on my own, you know?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just like I
And
said, I think you probably have to live the moment and at the moment to see what exactly you will respond. It's just everything happens so quick that when
but
things like this happen, you're like, what's going through your head? Like,
but here's the thing though. I think I will be distraught on the inside.
so you'll be destroyed on the inside. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
shit,
will
bro.
definitely. I mean, shit, man. Like
I mean, they do
family from
say,
different country and
yeah,
shit
yeah. A lot
in
of
front of
people,
everybody.
yeah, yeah. A lot of people think that a lot of guys are not have like any type of emotions like that.
Yeah,
Most
I mean,
guys hide their emotions because they prefer to keep them. It unfortunately to say this, but I'm gonna
yeah,
say this: when something like this or something has happened to you in the past, for a guy to show their emotions, it takes a lot for them to let them come out. As a guy, I'm speaking as a guy. I'm not talking about me in general, but a lot of
mm,
the guys are like that.
mm,
Even though you might be a hard ass, not giving a shit about anything, you can pretend and be all you want. But there's always
mm,
gonna be that part in your life where you're gonna be like, you know what? I can't. I have this. My emotions showed up at the moment those emotions get played with. It's kind of hard to get those emotions back out. And
yeah.
it's
But
it's
the thing is like I don't find it hard to express my emotions.
no. I mean, I'm not saying. I'm
I'm
not
always
saying
have
you.
able to express my emotions. It's just I'm not able to express it with a bunch of random people. Does that make sense? So
No.
like
Yeah.
if I'm
Yeah.
at the altar, I'm not gonna start fucking crying. And that's because like the perspective of man is that we have to show this macho man fucking uh charisma in front of everybody. And so I guarantee you I will not cry in front of everybody. I will just be like, well, that was fun, guys. Let's go ahead to the reception and we'll go ahead and have something to eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at that point, it will be like, well, fuck it. I mean, obviously, I would have my best man and my what are they called?
Your best mans
Uh,
and stuff like. Yeah, I know what
and
you're talking about.
the
Yeah.
other people
I
that
don't know. I
stand
don't know
behind you.
what they're called, but yes, those people behind you that will the people that have your
Yeah,
back.
and
You
they
know what
will
I
have
mean?
your back, and
Yeah.
then and the bride will have the bridesmaid
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
all the girls are like, oh my god, she did the right thing, and then it's like, I knew it, bitch. I knew it.
No,
It's
it's just
okay.
it's just the reason why I wanted to bring that up to you is because, like I said, I feel like a lot of in our generation, a lot of men, some of them they just don't like. Okay, it took, and you'll be lying to yourself. It took one person to kind of screw you up really bad. It really did.
Yeah,
It takes one person, and if you can overcome it, great. Some people
and you will
actually,
remember that person forever.
oh, I don't know about
You,
remembering the person for, but it's just gonna mark you where when certain things you look at it, you're
mm,
like, you know what, is it worth it for me to be doing this? And it's not because you're soft or it's because you're emotional or anything like that.
yeah.
Because the moment you show somebody that you respect somebody like that, and then you get into a new relationship with somebody, and you're like, damn, this girl is perfect. Like this is the perfect thing. You never thought there's things that this person would do for you that your previous relationship never did for you. Things like that. Every girl's different. Every guy's different. We're not all the
Hmm.
same. Everything is different. But the problem is this: it just takes on both ends, as a woman, as a man, one fuck up, one that will really mark you. That you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna pump my brakes, cold hearted. You know, That's it, you know. And it's,
Yeah.
you know, and that's why, like, to me, when I was watching this show, I wasn't expecting this to be happening. And in my back of my mind, I'm like, why would somebody want to put an ultimatum for me to get married? And
That seems rushed. That seems pressure,
yeah,
you
it's
know?
a pressurized, and it makes people feel pressure because the thing is, everything you gotta be patient and take your time. You
Yeah.
gotta be, you can't just push that thing because the thing is, if you're already having problems, because what I've been hearing is you're already having problems, a lot of problems like this. How is a marriage gonna make it better if you just get married? That makes
Mm.
no sense. A lot of couples are fighting, they're separated because they think that some shit happened. Oh,
Yeah.
this and that, he cheated, he did not. Well, did he or did he not? No, he didn't. Well, so
Oh
you're mad at me,
shit.
you know, things like that that happen. Hold on, before I know you had
Yeah.
something to say. Hold on for a sec. But there's a lot of things that happen, and the one thing I want to say is this: people make those assumptions. The thing is with women, and I'm not judging. You tell them the truth, they get mad. You lie to them, they get mad. So if I lie to you, tell you the truth, just because I'm having a conversation with somebody else, maybe you
Hmm.
shouldn't have had the conversation with somebody else instead. Why have the conversation with somebody like that? For what reason? There's no need to that. This is what I'm saying. This has been happening in this show that I've been seeing. Some of the things have happened. One of the character, you know, one of the main persons here was cheating, and his girl they've been dating for 6 years. So yeah, I get it, and you still trust the man. You're given the opportunity, but you know he told you about it, but he was honest about it, and you got mad. I get it, because if it was vice versa, it's the same thing. But a marriage is not going to make
Yeah.
anything better like that. And then that's something I want to be very clear about because a lot of people think just because you're having problems, it doesn't make that your marriage is going to be better. A marriage is not. Makes things worse, if anything, because you just have the title. And
Yeah,
I don't see that. You know.
and I think like also just because you're having problems doesn't mean like have a kid too, because that will make it even worse.
Dude,
So,
that's the
um,
worst. That's,
but what I
oh
want to say is that because you show me this video, I
yes,
actually got into this podcast here. Like I already subscribed and everything.
you did.
It's called,
Sorry,
yeah,
man. I
it
didn't mean
says
to.
right
I'm
there,
sorry.
subscribe.
That's cool, man. So
But Just Pearly Things is pretty awesome. I think I literally just watched a few episodes already. Let me take a look here. So when you were talking about, like, I forgot what it was. You were just saying it too. Because I hate it, because I was just thinking about it at that moment. You were saying something, and I was like, oh shit, I was just watching that. But this girl got this, like, she was watching she was reacting to somebody here. Let's see my history. Yeah, this one. They call us bigots,
and
with
that lady,
Auntie
bro,
Emperor.
that lady that he's with her, that lady has a lot of good things that she said, and I seen her. The lady on the right, I don't remember her name, but I seen her.
Auntie.
That no, right here on the bottom on the right. Where's your thing? Right, the African American lady right there with glasses.
Yeah, that's Auntie.
Auntie.
That's Auntie,
So
and
I
this is Pearl.
really do like how the things that she said on that episode that I sent to you, how she is an older generation woman, and what
Hmm.
she was saying, I was like, dude, you're an
Yeah.
older woman, and you're like saying this kind of stuff. It's like,
Well,
what the hell, you know?
that's
Like,
because I know we're like switching it up, the conversation, to women and men, and I think it's because there is a transition happening between traditional woman and modern woman, and then kind of like a hybrid of both at this moment. And so, I mean, at least like from what I'm watching right now. um but yeah, I fucking enjoyed that show, man.
I'm glad you
I
like it,
just
bro.
feel like I shouldn't watch the whole episode. I think I did.
It's a long episode. It's 3 hours long. It's three
No,
hours.
her episode. Oh yeah, 2 hours
Yeah.
long. I watched a 2 hour long episode
You see what I mean? What you're trying to
of
make
her
over
reacting to like
here?
somebody talking shit
Yeah, and the thing
about
is,
her.
you know,
Hold on.
go ahead. No, and then like I said, for those of you guys that don't know, the reason why I was able to get caught up, I was actually forward that a friend of mine actually sent me this podcast, and it's a 3 hour long podcast. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't finished the whole thing because it takes time. but I haven't. That's part of the podcasts I've been kind of doing the last month of December. I've been looking at several podcasts from different people, not just one person. I've been looking at podcasts like that. But
Hmm.
like Rafa said, Auntie really surprises me. She's a 45-year-old woman with the way that she thinks about stuff, the way she agrees with certain of the things that
Hmm.
whatever was said, and make her point of view, dude. At her age, you don't expect that. You expect the complete
Well,
opposite. You know.
well, the thing is like, the guest that they had, there's some like there's this person that called herself the Nigerian Queen.
The one in the middle, right?
No.
That was the one next to Auntie? To
Yeah,
Auntie?
next to Auntie.
Okay. She was kind I'm sorry, but she was just
Oh my gosh. I swear to God, like the one thing, like you and I do it sometimes, we interrupt each other
yeah.
sometimes. But
Yeah.
holy shit, does
Oh yeah.
that define the way of
Tell
interrupting?
me
Because
something.
like,
Tell me something.
motherfucker, I
Shut the
could
fuck up, let her finish.
fuck, bro. I was getting
Dude. Yeah.
like, no, spoiler alerts,
Oh
guys.
yeah.
She interrupts the fuck out of that fucking episode. The thing is, it's like, okay, that was not the first time you have it there. So
Mm,
I'm thinking like, okay, why do you keep having that get like the
mm,
special guest there
mm,
if she interrupts that much? Probably for like um maybe views or something. I don't know. But dude, I swear I was like, "Oh my god, this is I'm the type of person like if more than one person is conversating, it
mm.
sounds like a call center. Like everybody.
Dude.
No, like like the sound waves, it fucking
Messes
mixes
with
it
you.
up, and I cannot hear
Yeah, yeah.
the
Yeah.
conversation because it will be like over here, over there, and over there, and I'm like, bro, I'm lost. So like the voices, the sound wave, like can I like connect for me on my ear or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's why like it's very critical for me to, and for the podcast as well, because it's very critical to make sure that we don't interrupt each other so that way we can give each other our point of views.
Right.
But the
Right.
way that this girl was like just interrupting, I'm like, yo, at least let her finish her question
Hmm.
before she fucking you
Right.
answer. And there were times like that. And then that video that I was showing you here, you see, I was like watching like this one, and then men are scared of marriage, and that is very true. Go watch it. I it's halfway, and then do you really want equality? Men just want to fuck me. And then apparently Gabrielle Union cheated on and says it's fine because she paid the bills. And I know,
Damn.
right?
What
That's the
the
title of No
fuck?
Jumper. That's the title of No Jumper. I don't know the whole story,
Are you
but
serious?
the equal rights, equal left, the Chris Brown story.
Wait, she cheated. Gabrielle Union cheated on D
And
Wade.
I don't know. That's a good like, and
Damn,
like I turned it on. It
man,
was a
that's
live section. I turned it
insane,
on,
man.
and I was like halfway through the conversation, so I didn't pay attention.
Huh.
But then Auntie and the Pearl reaction to the hate comment about her, and so that's the one where I watch. I will show you as soon as the commercial is done. Brought to you by AG1. But right here, they're conversating, and literally they're like they reviewing someone else's podcast right here. But they're talking about the two girls in the middle. The two girls in the middle are talking crap about Auntie and Pearly. And so, I listen. I just put it on the background to listen to it, and I swear to God, they were that girl on the white. Dude, she has no idea what she's talking about, dude. She has no fucking clue. And I was just thinking like, what the fuck? Like, how do you get these people? Like, how do you find these people and just talk to them and invite them to your show?
I
But yeah,
mean,
man.
whatever it is, I mean, she has the power to make anything happen. There's a reason why she still has her on board, And everybody, it's like an open mic kind of
Who?
microphone. The person that gets invited, for example, in her
Oh,
podcast, she invites random people. The
mm.
one that I sent you with the Andrew Tate, and it's crazy because Andrew Tate on that in the beginning, he actually had me. I'm gonna watch myself what I say.
Dude, you can actually go through that podcast and you realize that Andrew Tate barely speaks. He just sits there.
And here's
And
another.
that's
That's yeah.
because that girl
Uh-huh.
who thinks she's the Nigeria
Uh-huh.
queen is actually interrupting even Andrew Tate, everybody on the fucking just to get her mindset out.
I want to say one thing. You know how we yesterday were talking about, and we're not gonna get into the subject, but you know how
Mm,
we talked about how you and I don't watch Undisputed. We don't watch any of that
no.
stuff. But you know how you see the social medias and certain clips, the clips that she shows the most irrelevant. Let's use that word, irrelevant ignorance or whatever you want to call it from Skip Bayless. How he sounds, but then when you actually watch the whole thing, you actually watch everything. You're like, oh, he doesn't such an asshole. It's the same thing with Andrew Tate. There's a couple of things that you actually see that they made it on an Instagram short video that he sounded like a complete dick. But when you
Mm.
actually watch the whole thing, like, huh? And you should see like he doesn't really talk. He really doesn't really talk. And has some Mandarin, have some Mandarin. Like he's like here, as
And
promised
then
here.
at the end of the podcast, he ran out of mandarins. He was holding like two lines.
So
He's
it's
like,
just
I
kind of
ran out
like
of mandarins.
I feel like sometimes with things like this on podcasts is you see just a portion as being recorded to put into social media, and you see what you think is the most important fact of whatever they have to say. Before you judge it, watch the thing. You're like,
Yeah, yeah. And I
oh,
even caught
you know,
myself too on
you,
saying that because I was talking about how like I didn't like Andrew Tate. At the beginning, I was like, I don't like it. I don't like him because all the clips that I keep seeing is
he makes
clips.
this,
It's
yeah,
literally clips, editing shit
yep.
of him talking shit about somebody.
It's just
And
a
so
small
I was
thing,
like, yo, I don't like that kind of
Of course,
I don't like that kind of content, you know? I really don't. Like my content is like, yo, more positivity and shit like that. So
right,
and and then I was like, okay, I'm literally judging this person based on clips and edited videos
right,
that it could literally be manipulated
right.
easily. And so I just wanted to get like a better understanding. So when you sent me that video, I was like, perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and watch this because we're probably gonna be talking about it on the podcast. So yeah, I was like, okay, let me go ahead and talk about it. Let me go ahead and watch that video. Like at first, I only watched like I think like the only reason I couldn't watch it I'm okay sitting down for 3 hours and listen to a whole podcast,
Yeah.
no problem. But it is because of this girl fucking interrupting every fucking 5 minutes. It's fucking annoying. The girl in between Brittany Rayner
Yeah,
and Brittany
yeah.
Renner and
The
Auntie
the
and
girl,
Andrew Tate and the host, they were great because I feel like they give each other a chance to
yes,
communicate.
yes,
It
yes.
was just that one person that just keeps
Yeah.
interrupting, and it's
And
like,
she was
bro,
mad. And she was
yeah,
really mad. And like I
yeah,
said, like, and one thing I do want to make it clear, I don't agree with everything he says, annotates. I
mhm,
don't. But some of the things that he points out make sense. And the thing is, you gotta watch the whole entire thing, or not just the brief of a video of editing, because then you
mhm.
look at it, I'm like, damn, this dude's a savage. He's an asshole. But no, he's speaking reality in some of the things. I don't agree
Yeah.
with everything he says, like I said. And everything he says is like, damn, but yeah, I can't do that. I wouldn't be able to do that. But
Do
ev-
what? You were big
some
about
of the
that.
like, there's a couple things in there like the that he talked about on the podcast. I don't really want to get into it too much about it because
Just give one example.
uh, the status one is funny. To me, that one was hilarious. Cause
Yeah, for me, it would have to be like, my girl cannot be cheating on me, but I can cheat on her, kind of thing.
that one was kind of like, yeah, nah.
Like,
You know what I
yo,
mean? See,
like,
like that was like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know if I agree with you on that.
yeah, I
Like
can't.
it's
Like,
like,
and that's okay. Like,
it's
listen, I'm not gonna label like I'm not labeling like, hey, you're a top G. I could be a top G,
top
but
J.
I can't like I'm the type G that doesn't cheat. So I guess like top H or something. I don't know. Shit. But you know what I mean? Like I got a conscious in my mind, like, no, I don't want to be cheating on my wife and shit.
Of course, of course.
So
It's
or
like
if
this.
even if I had a girlfriend, no, I'm good.
The
Like,
one that I kind of really, that one was one of them that I
mhm,
wasn't okay with that. Because the thing is, like, if you want to cheat with somebody, why would you be in a relationship? I mean, that's just the way I
Yeah.
see it.
And that's
There's
why
no
he's not in a
point.
relationship.
Yeah,
That's why he said like I don't have a girlfriend.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because like, if you want to be cheating, then in my case, it's like, why would I want to be in a relationship if I want to be playing around? You don't want
Yeah.
to do that shit for
So
what? Then
that's
you want
what
to
he
have your
does.
yeah.
Like he's
Do
not in a
you?
relationship. He just
Do
fucks
you?
around and
Right.
that's it.
The
And
number two
props
though,
to you.
the number two one that I was like, it literally made my jaw drop. Like, damn, bro. The
What?
one that's he's a top G. He clears. It specifies that.
Who?
Andrew Tate. He's a
Okay.
top G. He specifies that, and he says, "This is what he says." He says, "I want to be the guy that, for example, that I can go out, have fun with my friends, and do whatever the hell I want to, and everything like that." In the moment, for example, my girl, my boy says with his girls, and the girl's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go out to the club," and the guys are okay with that and all this shit, and blah blah blah, this and this and that. My status right here is what he says. My status here is my girl will say, "I'm not gonna go out." That's status right there. That shows respect for you, because then you know that your girl doesn't want you to go. You don't want your girl knows that you don't want her to go out, so she
Mhm.
knows she doesn't want to go out, and she's not gonna go. She stay her ass home like it should be. To me, I
Mhm.
don't like that either, because here's the thing: is if you're able to have your fun and you trust each other, once again,
Yeah.
why can't she not do her own thing? Let her be free. That's the whole point. Let her have fun, enjoy herself. I cannot control somebody. I don't
Mhm.
want to control somebody. No quiero ser macho,
Yeah, yeah.
machismo. That shit to me is, dude, that's old era. I understand that. I get that. I get where you're coming from. But to me, it's just kind of like, no. It's
Yeah.
just, I don't agree with that.
Listen, I don't have sunglasses with me, so I'm gonna put my pretend Andrew Tate's glasses and be like, let me play devil's advocates over here, top G. Let me go and play devil's advocate.
Shit, bro.
No, here's what I gotta say. In his point of view, I'm thinking, okay, he's probably thinking like in a scenario of my girl won't go out to be safe because he did point it out. Oh shit! See, I left my glasses somewhere. Damn, dude, that fucking hurt my ear. I left
Sorry,
my
bro.
glasses in my car, dude.
Why'd you leave your glasses?
I have my sunglasses in the car, but but I have my vision glasses. How about that?
Mm.
But anyways, I think like his point of view of having the the conscious of like the girl's safety, because you got to understand like he brought up a scenario where like, hey, I don't want you to go to this place because I have a feeling that it's not going to be safe. And the girl like, yeah, I agree with you, I will not go. That's his point of view. Like I think like he just like mentioned it in that kind of way. Holy shit, why am I defending this dude?
You're
I
not
used to
defending. You're not
uh,
defending him. It's
I
just,
guess not. I guess not. I guess
it's just,
I'm giving you like a point of view on
yeah.
like
It's all it just it is the point of view. You're not making something out of the point of view. Like I said, not everything he says is just that we agree with the man, because
mhm.
we don't.
Like
Not
I
every
see his point of view that he wants to keep his girl protected, especially
yeah.
like his persona and the type of person that he is. I don't know so much his background where he keeps saying like people are after me, like people are ready to kill me. And I kind of see that. Like, okay, if people are trying to hurt you
There's a reason.
and there's probably a reason why you don't have a girlfriend, because as soon as you mention you have a girlfriend, they're gonna go after her, especially if your girl is gonna be like, "Yo, I want to go party with my girls." And guess what? Boom, that can happen. And so I think like his mindset is kind of like that because of that scenario.
Yeah, and then like I mentioned, and then here's another thing too.
Hmm.
Like clearly he specified um exactly from the very beginning on the podcast that he made.
Yeah,
He said, "I don't want to get kicked out or canceled for saying something incorrectly." So there, he actually watches what he says.
yeah,
And for those, like I said, for those that actually don't consider the guy, like you guys think, oh, he's a disrespectful asshole, he's this, he's a dickhead. Just don't look at the clips, because the clips are just only pointing at certain things. Actually, look at the podcast. Listen to the podcast. The whole entire thing. When the clip
yeah.
cuts out, it's like, that's because I seen that happen. I'm like, oh, now I can understand why people think he's a dick. It doesn't necessarily mean that I agree with everything he says, because I don't. I don't
Yeah,
agree with everything he says.
and most of the clips when it cuts out is because you have a sentence and it
Right.
pauses at the end
Right.
and make a sentence and pauses. So
Hmm.
it's easier for people to cut
Right.
cut those sentences, and Andrew Tate can sound like an asshole. I mean, there's some asshole niche behind
Bugatti.
it.
When you got three, I have a
You're a
W12
fucking nerd.
Bugatti.
That's what it is. You're probably sitting in your mom's basement.
It
Yeah.
was one funny thing that he said, and then I'm trying to remember exactly how he said it. He's like, "I come with problems. If you want stability, I'm gonna give you an example." He says, "If you want stability, buy yourself a Nissan. But if you want something, if it's like if or something," he said like a weird way, like Nissan, like his accent.
Yeah,
And
he's
then
from
he's
Romania.
like, "But it's like a bike. It's like you're not gonna go buy a Ferrari and expect to be clear. You're gonna have problems with a Ferrari." I was like, "Ah, I see you." I like the way he's like, "You want something that's reliable, buy a Nissan, And then if you want something that's gonna break down, buy a Ferrari." The way he
Yeah.
just said, I was like, "What the fuck?" I like to hear him. Like, I
Yeah.
like to hear what he says and his opinions. He makes it entertaining. He does make it entertaining and everything. Regardless of whatever's going on. There's a
Yeah.
lot of things that's been going on with him. I can't really advertise if it is true or not. There's one of the girls that I seen one again, social media,
Mhm.
stated that something happened. He's like, "I can tell you this is not how he is. He's not this type of person. I was with him. I know how he is, and I find it hard to believe." Okay.
Yeah.
That's one person. For a girl to come out and say that after such a dickhead like himself, that can consider people say he's an asshole, it takes a lot for a girl to say that, I was like, wait, did a girl just say that?
Yeah.
Like, he's not like that? It's kind of weird, That's what I'm saying. If you're those kind of people that just have a very judgmental comment about Andrew Tate, like I said, again, I repeat it once again, me and Rafael are on the same page.
Yeah.
We don't agree with everything he says.
No.
We don't. But I do recommend you, so you can get a better point of view from him, to hear his full podcasts or his full audience where he's a guest, and listen to it. Don't just go
Yeah.
based on what social media is showing you for the clips.
The
Listen
one-
to the whole thing.
The one thing I do agree with them is how like us men do follow that status shit.
They
Because
we do.
think about it, like you're gonna be okay if you drive a Honda Civic, but you prefer driving a Mercedes because of the status behind the Mercedes. Or if here, let me paint it clear. If somebody offers you a Honda Civic, let's say 2023, and this is no shade to Honda Civics, I used to own one.
I know. We
Eh,
know. I know that.
So if they give you a Honda Civic versus a Ferrari, which one you're gonna pick? Of course, the Ferrari. You're gonna pick the Ferrari. That's the point because of the status.
Honestly,
I mean, the
it's
fucking
reliable to have a
insurance on
Honda.
that
That's
and
what
the
I'm
gas
saying.
prices.
You gotta really think about that too. You want to get a Ferrari? Where the hell are you gonna park that? You gotta go to a garage.
You
Park
get a
that shit.
garage.
You got it somewhere.
Yeah, you get
and-
a garage, bro.
And then
Like
look at the price of that beautiful insurance. How much is that gonna cost you? For
you'll
that,
park it in a fucking nice neighborhood and sleep on the back. Or
probably.
sorry, there's no backseat to the fucking Ferrari.
You know what? I'm cool.
You
Give me
sleep on
Honda
the passenger
Civic.
seat with tinted windows. It
Give me
just
the-
stay in that car with the fucking bat ready to like nobody's gonna steal my car. But
that's the thing though. Like, I feel like a lot of people, like the question you just asked, a lot of people kind of will go right off the bat and say, "Oh, I'll drive a Ferrari."
majority of
quick.
people will pick a Ferrari.
For
But
real.
if we drop it down, like instead of Ferrari, let's say a Porsche, or if we drop it to a Mercedes or a BMW
What
or
Porsche?
Lexus or
No, not Lexus, bro. No.
Honda Civic versus a Lexus.
Whoa! Why are you comparing those two?
I'm just saying, you still have the status.
yeah.
And let's go ahead and compare Honda Civic or Honda Accord.
Honda Civic Type R. I'll take that.
See, status.
Hey
Status.
man, I just say
Status.
status.
But I do like that point that he did bring about it.
Right.
So that for me, it was pretty cool. I'm like, okay, I do agree on that. And it has to be with like, I think every human being in the world will agree about something, but disagree with something else. And that's what we
Yeah.
gotta like come to conclusions here.
Yeah,
We do have a comment here by Poober. Define fun.
Define fun. Exactly how you mean
Yeah,
define
what
fun?
you
Can you
mean
be
by
more
that?
specific with define
Yeah,
fun?
let us know more
Because,
specific.
like,
Give us an
what
example.
exactly are
But
you trying to say fun? Like, are you talking about fun, like in general fun, or just what's the question do you have? What
yeah,
exactly is the
define
question?
fun.
What?
I
Def-
mean, there's a lot of things that I define fun, but let us know. Let us know on down below. But I think like I really enjoy that podcast, to be honest. Uh, this one right here,
yeah.
and yeah, I enjoyed it, even though like I'm trying to get like a close up, of course, commercial.
I was a little
This is
afraid.
brought to you by Warner Brothers. Next movie. Oh, this is the house party
Does
movie.
it have a LeBron James house party?
Yeah, but there you
um.
go. You get a closer look to this person right here.
Uh-huh.
Can you see my mouse, by the way?
Yeah, I can.
Okay,
Yeah, I can.
this person right here talks so much.
Is
So
she the
yeah.
type of person that has something to say, but she doesn't really specify what the hell she's talking about?
Oh,
Would you
fuck
describe her
yeah.
like that? It's like you're trying to prove a point, but it makes no sense what the hell you're saying.
Yeah,
Oh
she
God.
contradict. She can contradict herself within one paragraph,
Yeah.
A-
Yeah.
and that paragraph can be 3 sentences. She will say 3 sentences, and those 3 sentences will like contradict each other. And so it's kind of like, yo, you make no sense.
You know about that video that I sent to you? I was a little concerned, um, for the fact or how that was gonna end up, because
What?
I just because everything like this is kind of like this is probably one of the very first podcasts that I actually heard fully.
Mm.
I mean, I'm still not done with it, but majority
What
of
was
the
your first podcast? Let me ask you that.
my first podcast
Yeah,
that
like
I
your first podcast that you listened to,
Eric Thomas.
Eric Thomas. Okay.
Yes, Eric Thomas was one of the first. That definitely the one you talked about. Shoot, it's an old one. I'm trying to remember
Mm.
the name of it, bro. We talked about it too.
It would be cool
Uh,
that if YouTube actually had this where you click on history and you can sort it by instead of like I guess I can hit manage history and it brings me somewhere else. Of course. But wouldn't it be cool that you can hit like assort it instead of watching that latest you watch the first one you watch? Does that make sense?
yeah. So you go from like the very first one that you watch to like the end of it, right? Is that what you're
Because
saying?
right now it's showing like the order of like what's the latest I've been seen.
¿Qué te pasa,
There we are.
Colombia? ¿Qué te pasó, Colombia?
¿Qué te pasó, Colombia? Yeah, I was starting to watch
Uh,
that, and that video was kind of old, and I was like, eh. But
no.
you see how like it's showing like in order of the latest you watch. But what if it's organized the other way? So that way I can actually bring it up like, hey, let's what's it called? You can see like all the videos that the first video I ever watched on YouTube, and then the second one and third, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. So
It will be kind of cool.
okay.
Hmm.
So the way I see, what I was trying to say, sorry, I just got sidetracked. But
Oh, okay.
what
You
I'm trying
have
to,
a different topic. Let's
yeah,
go.
sorry, what I was trying to say before we got out of subject is I was a little concerned when this podcast started. The reason why I was concerned is because, like, again, that was my first time seeing Andrew Tate on full actual video in a podcast.
Hmm.
Number two, the main host is a woman, and the rest of the hosts were women's. So I was
Well,
concerned.
there was. Let me correct that. It's only one person who hosts that show. Everybody else is a guest.
Right, okay, right. The guests, so one host and the rest were guests, and one of them,
Mhm.
there was just one man.
Yeah.
And I was a little concerned because I'm like, shit, this is going to get bad, Because then again,
Mhm.
I was once one of those guys. I'm like, okay, I just hear the clips because I
Yeah.
never actually listened to what he was saying, like a full sentence.
No, yeah. I and it's also because every time we see like video clips of Andrew Tate on YouTube, Instagram, or any social media, it's always him surrounded by women.
Yeah,
And the women kind of like having an argument with Andrew Tate and Andrew Tate arguing back.
right.
And that's why we had that like I had that feeling too where like, oh shit, here we go. And it was only one girl that it was literally ruined the whole fucking podcast.
Yeah, and that's what I was like. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm like, okay, it wasn't him. I just feel like she was just keeping her guard up, and I understand that keeping your
Who?
guard up. That girl, the Nigerian queen, you know.
She was not, dude. No, you know who was keeping her guard up? It was Brittany,
Oh,
Brittany Renners, because she didn't say shit.
let's not even that's not even what's it called, what do you want to call it? I didn't even know who she was. A friend of mine had to tell me, you know who she is? I'm like, she's like, this is what you say. She's a groupie. I was like, what? Yeah, dude, she's a groupie. Like, what do you mean? And then he started telling me, well, this girl dated this guy from the map, dated this guy from the Denver Nuggets, got her pregnant, had a kid, and she collects $200,000 a month from child support. I'm like,
Hmm.
damn, for real? You know,
Yeah, but see, that's like, man, I feel like I'm about to defend Brittany right now,
I mean,
and
I don't know.
the reason why is because the you gotta like also listen to her side of the story too. Like, yeah, she come off pretty slutty on one end, but that's because she tried to portray that persona. Does that make sense?
I don't really like. There's a lot of things in that podcast that kind of makes sense to me. She got really defensive. And I'm the kind of person,
We're talking about the Nigeria queen girl, right?
no, no, I'm
The one
talking
that
about
keep it.
the no, we're talking about Brittany, whatever
Let me
her
pull
last
that video up. Let's take a look. I
no,
have it right here.
where she got so defensive because he even says like she's rolling her eyes because I can see, I'm not looking at her, but I can see her in the corner of my eye. She's rolling her eyes. That's exactly what he said.
Which one?
The one on the no, no,
Not
the one,
her.
yeah, the one on the right, all black dress.
Uh, okay, the one in the middle.
No, the one in black,
Oh,
curl.
Brittany,
Yes,
right here, where
yeah,
my mouse
Brittany.
is.
She got very defensive with something that Tate said. Uh, and you can see her kind of, she rolled her eyes. She's like, I can see in the corner of my eye she's rolling her eyes. I was
Yeah,
like,
this is the girl that I'm talking about right
yes,
here.
yes,
This, oh my
yep,
god,
yep, yep,
that's the
yep,
girl that I'm talking about right there on that side.
yep.
This is Auntie. I think like Auntie was like real the whole time. I get listen. I don't. What do you feel about um? This is gonna be a good question because I feel like they were asking a few questions here, and I think like if I highlight it, it kind of shows, but I can read it off to you if it's too small.
Uh-huh.
Like the number one problem with men and women today, there's also women don't need men. Uh, disagreement, Auntie versus Esther. See, there was a clip from minute 39 all the way to like 6 minutes
Uh-huh.
or 7 minutes
Uh-huh.
of Auntie and Esther. I think Esther is this girl right here. And then the men are right to cheat. The women
Yeah.
prefer to be monogamous with low value. Okay. And then are we in a post marriage society? Let's see. Do men marry for status? The Western idea are spreading submission, respect. Brittany Renner wants advice. Every man wants to be in charge. And
Damn, see, I didn't
and
get to that
then
point yet. And let
what
me
do
guess, that
you
was
agree
annotated.
with from the red pill and the final thoughts on the show?
One of the parts where Auntie actually brought up an attention,
Uh,
that she said,
what you rant? Every man wants to be in charge.
no, Auntie.
Okay, what
Auntie,
about
and
her?
like in the beginning, she asked a question.
Hmm.
She had a question because somebody said that I feel like a lot of people say that they have to be attracted to men or women in a physical way as well, not just as
Yeah.
how they are. But then Auntie brought something very important. What do you mean about that? I mean, just because you don't have a fine man looking like fine peas, he's working on something for himself. You don't see him going to getting plastic surgery, getting his lips done, getting his a BBL, or things like that, just to try to make it look like that for themselves. He's like, they're not doing that for the guys; they're doing that for themselves. I was like, huh, like how she said it, and then you have somebody defending here. What are you talking about? We're doing it because that's what old man want. That girl, the Nigerian queen. She's just saying something like that. You don't need
Mm-hmm.
a BBL. You don't need anything like that. You don't have to have all that. That's because that's what you feel yourself you need for that, for getting attention for a man.
Mm-hmm.
And I do agree with her because you don't have to have all that. You don't have to have all these surgeries. You don't have to. I mean, I
No,
understand it. I get it. It's insecurities you might have. I understand that.
we all have insecurities,
But
no
the
matter
problem
what.
is what she said was this too. She said very clearly, the moment you have that, the person that you thought you wanted to be because of your insecurities, now all of a sudden you look all these surgeries that you have. Now you go into a club or you go to a place. Now everybody's all eyes are on you. And guess what? You're going to be too stuck up now because your damn attitude is so bad now and so much worse than it was before that you didn't, instead of fixing your attitude, you're over here fixing your body on things that you didn't need, that did not need. I was like, damn, that's
Yep.
a call out. Because here's the thing is,
No,
fix
that's
your
I don't
fucking
think that's a
attitude.
call out. I think that's facts.
Yeah, and your
Because a lot
attitude.
of people need to adjust their fucking attitude
You can be a
versus their
pretty girl.
fucking body.
You can be a pretty girl. You can be all gorgeous and all this kind of shit. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that doesn't make it. I don't feel like it's something that, that it's a big thing. But if your attitude is really shitty, you
Hmm.
can look amazing, beautiful and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn. But if your attitude is shitty, that shit can go down the drain real motherfucking quick. You
Hmm.
have to have a good attitude. You have to be down to earth. Though you can't be thinking you're the last piece of ass in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when Auntie said that on that show, I was like, fuck. You said it better than anybody else could. You said it
Mm.
clearly. Instead of fixing this, fix your damn attitude. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa. That's why I'm like, with that
But
lady, I
see,
do agree. I agree a lot with
but see,
what she said.
then you have I'm gonna consider Auntie as the traditional woman, and
Right,
then this other girl as the modern woman.
right,
And I'm not putting labels on all modern women, but I feel
right.
like this person in the specifically, she couldn't take constructive criticism.
Right,
And that was a
right.
big problem because every time she felt attacked, she had to interrupt and say her say. Even though sometimes it's like, dude, but this is what like they were trying to explain to her, like, hey, this is how it is. This is the point of use, but she would like keep interrupting
Right.
and saying her saying, and like even though, and there was a few times where like the host has to like, hey, stop, 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 let me finish,
Mm-hmm.
let me
Mm-hmm.
say my point. And it's very critical because if if you gotta be able to take constructing criticism.
Of
I'm welcome
course.
to constructing criticism. If somebody says that the podcast sucks, tell me why. Is it the comments? I mean, is it the topics? Is it the lighting? Is it the camera? What is it?
Right.
Don't just say that it sucks and then I'm gonna go, well, I guess it's just a hater. Because if you don't give me constructive criticism, like it sucks because of so and so,
Right.
then I'll be like, all right, cool. I'm sorry. Like, let me see if I what I can do.
No, and the thing is, like, with that being said, I think it's just okay. There's another thing I want to bring up and make sure it's very clear.
Hmm.
There's nothing wrong with the woman taking care of herself.
No,
Nothing wrong with that. You like your
and
nails, you want to
that's
get right,
include plastic surgery or not, right?
whatever you want. I
Right.
don't I don't
I
define
agree.
that. I don't define that. But do me a favor. I mean,
It's kind
to
of like,
me, as simple as this: a girl can look amazing just how they are without changing their bodies on any kind of way. You gotta feel secure for yourself.
hmm
The basic things for most girls. They do their hair, their eyelashes, their nails. Okay, cool. That's because you want to feel that way and you feel that way. But here's the thing though. As
yeah,
basic as that gets, it turns you into a beautiful person and a beautiful looking woman. Like you're a goddamn girl. You're like hot. But if your attitude is shitty, doesn't mean that you next thing you need to do, get your plastic surgery and things like that. I get it. Some people have the insecurities and they don't feel secure about things. It's understandable. But just remember very clear. Your eyes, people are gonna be looking at you with everything you have. If your attitude is really bad, that's gonna be a problem. And you can fix that. You
yeah.
can fix that.
And listen, I don't. And Daddy Yankee said it best. You look so good that I don't give a fuck if it's natural or silicone. period.
You know,
On
and
that song. So
just
for
being
me, like
said,
it doesn't matter. Like I get it. Like sometimes you want to do plastic surgery for your own self. That's fine.
you know,
I'm okay with
it's
that.
yeah,
But like for me, it's more about like you don't like. I guess they're not also not doing it for us. I'm assuming
no,
so.
no, no, I'm
They're
no,
not like, oh, I'm gonna
mm-mm.
do this plastic surgery so talking with Raphael can actually like look at my titties or my booty or some shit like that. No, they're not doing that.
Damn boy,
I know, right?
damn
But
bro.
but like like majority of women they doing it because of their because they get judged by other women.
Yeah, and
And that's the thing. Like I feel like um I think almost everybody that almost every woman that I talk to has always said like, "Oh no, like I." The one conversation I notice is like about their boobs. It's like, "Oh my gosh, I got some small chichis." It's like those are
I guess those small chichis.
like before I was married, but they're perfect. It's all good. Like it doesn't matter.
You're
And
crazy.
so, but then you got women with big chichis, and it's like they look good. Doesn't matter. See what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. For us, it doesn't. And so for them, it's more like the girl with big chichis and the girl with small chichis will like to kind of sort of talk shit behind their back. Be
Yeah,
like, oh, their
and
chichis are
and
small or their chichis are too big.
that's why I wanted to clarify that too. You know what I mean? Like I should
Hmm.
say, it's not something that every woman is the same on that. They don't need to have an expectation or have themselves look different. They're comfortable with themselves. They like who
Yeah.
they are. That's how it is, and that's the way it should be. Because here's the thing: if you're as beautiful as you are right now, whatever you are, as beautiful as you are at the time being, whatever you have, and that's how you feel beautiful, and your attitude is amazing, I will take you over anything that's a plastic and beautiful looking old surgeries any day, no matter what, because what matters is if your personality is ass, is trash, is garbage,
Yeah.
and you're just shitty personality, that defines me and completely. Like I don't care what you look like at this point, but if you're beautiful, gorgeous, outgoing, confident for everything you do and things
Yeah.
like that, and you're out there to give some good vibes and things like that, and you don't have all this stuff, that makes even 10 times better. That's
Yeah.
something that a lot of women need to understand, that just because you get your surgeries, hey, you're a stuck up person, okay, cool. Your
Yeah. I
attitude needs to
mean, the thing
change,
is,
period. You know, what are you trying to get at this point?
is like whether they get surgery or not. I think like the personality comes out.
Of course. That's the
They
most
really are.
important thing. Because you can actually fix your personality. You can there's certain things that genetically speaking you may not have because of certain reasons. But
So
still your personality is the most important thing. I mean, yes, a lot
okay.
of people will say sometimes, the attraction is an important thing. But if you can get an attraction and
Mhm.
you can get an actual, great attitude person combined, bro, that's your golden ticket. That's like,
Yeah.
dude, you're perfect.
So let me ask you this before I forget, because it might be a little off subject.
Okay.
Son of a bitch! I fucking love to bring up that. I hate when that happens. Like I have it on the tip of my head, like right there, like,
Okay.
and then it fucking goes. Um, shit. I'm trying to remember now, but god damn it, this is why I interrupt sometimes
And
because I need to say it at that moment, or
what is it
else
about? Do you remember what
it
exactly?
it was. I think
Use your noodle, bro. Use your noodle.
that noodle is like
Smack it in
gone,
there, bro.
bro.
Smack it
Too
in there.
many drinks,
This
and
guy, too many
lack of
drinks.
sleep.
Lack of sleep. Oh yeah,
Oh.
nada más.
Um, um, so we've been talking about how women change and stuff.
Right.
What about men? Because I feel like the topic about women changing and stuff, I feel like we need like a women person on our channel right now to like give us some more feedback and tell us a story behind it,
Right.
or at least not a story, but like give us her point of
Her
view
point of view.
on how she got treated. Like if the person like, I mean, as much as she's comfortable with. If you're a girl watching this episode right now, comment down below if you want to, or email us and we'll make it anonymously. But do you think that men? eh, Here's the thing. I think this is a topic for a next episode because we're running out of time here.
Okay, you're fine. You're fine.
But I feel like we should talk about men's insecurities. Uh, not yours, just men in
No, no,
general.
no, no. I'm just thinking. That's why I looked away from the camera. But before, if you want to hold on for a second, so I can kind of give you an explanation of what I had to say about men's, like how it would vice versa turn in from a woman to a man.
No, I
Okay.
want to keep.
Okay.
No, go ahead, talk.
No.
So that way it gives me a minute to think
So
about like
what I
what was
was
the
trying to
question.
say, if you were to switch the tables, that's vice
Yeah.
versa, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you an example, and I'm gonna use my example for myself. And I'm not trying to be bragging about it. I'm not gonna brag about it because I'm not gonna do that.
Hey, dude, before you continue, if I interrupt, it's because I remember the
You're
question,
good.
and
You're
I'm gonna.
good. You're,
Okay.
you just hit me with it. Raise your hand. You're in third grade, okay? Just kidding.
It's like
No, but here's what I want to say. I'm gonna use my personal point of view,
mm-hmm.
and this is my personal point of view, and you can't even change my mindset, or you can even change how I think about it because it's my personal point of view. Once upon a time, I was, most of you
Not too
guys that know
long
me,
ago.
yeah, no, probably not too long ago. I was a bigger guy, 310-pound guy, pretty big dude. I was not doing too good at all.
That's what
Okay.
she said.
The person, the person that I was then when I was 310 pounds
Mm-hmm.
is the same person that I am now. My attitude is the same. Everything is the same. Oh my God, my kid is calling me, and that's probably why I disappeared from the camera. My bad. God,
No,
this
you're still
kid.
on camera
Okay, sorry. My kid just called me, and I'm gonna punch this little kid right now. So,
because he calls you, dude.
no, because I'm in the middle of the conversation right now, so I'm trying to get back, and I can't see myself. But anyways, so back to what I was saying.
Mhm.
Uh,
So
It
let me
doesn't
ask you
change-
this. Let me ask you this.
okay.
When you're talking, do you stare at yourself on the camera, or do you look at me?
I'm looking at you.
Okay.
I'm looking at you.
Because I was like, wait a minute, are you like staring at yourself
I'm
right
looking
now
at
when
you.
you're talking? Because
I can look at
like
myself, but-
sometimes like
oh
I'm trying to
my
get used to like
Lord.
looking at the camera when I'm talking,
Guys, give me just
but
a
sometimes I
second.
stare at you.
Give me just a second, okay, guys? Hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah, go.
Give me just. I'm gonna take this phone call. Take over for a minute, Rafa.
All right. So, anyways, guys, I think like what everyone was trying to say is that I have no idea what he's trying to say because he's a bitch. He's a bitch. Just kidding, dude. But I think like in conclusions, I think like for next topics, for tomorrow's episode, I do want to bring up men's insecurities and just kind of like elaborate a little bit more. I just feel like we don't have enough time to go back and forth with it, and so. But yeah, I think like for our audience, please comment down below. Let us know like if you're a man. Let us know like what are your not your insecurities, but what are the insecurities that you probably witness a lot of people have, and we can go from there. But yeah, I think like one of the things. Oh, I think he's back. Are you back?
I just
Okay,
want to
okay.
finish saying something, but I'll let you go so I can kind of like whatever you were saying. So
And so one of the things is not an insecurity. It's actually like one of our listeners actually mentioned this, and I thought it was awesome, kind of funny. But apparently, my accent fucking changes when I'm doing this podcast versus when I'm somewhere else. Because this person knows me from somewhere else, and so he's like, "Dude, your accent is different when you're doing the podcast versus when you're like
in
out
prison.
and in person."
Hey,
And I'm
bloody hell,
like,
mate, are you from British London, mate?
I don't know, dude. That's why I was wondering. I was like, what kind of accent it is, like.
Dude.
And I was like, listen, I do feel more like we have talked about it on a episode, previous episodes before, where like I feel more comfortable on the podcast even more when I'm talking in front of the camera, talking with you. I think like I got more comfortable in talking in front of the camera, and that's why like my tone of voice changes. And two, I swear the fuck a lot. And I just
Really?
insert
No
fucking swear words
shit.
like no other.
Hold
Like
on.
my biggest problem, my biggest insecurity is how to stop swearing in front of my daughter. Because there's sometimes I just say like shit. You poop all over me, mama. And it's literally shit all over me. And all she does is like give me the big ass smile, like, oh, that relief of like I
Oh,
pushed
that
that
feels so
shit
much
out.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Rafa. I mean, I couldn't really tell the difference, but I mean, that's kind of good that you have one of the listeners saying something like that. But
yeah,
that's crazy because when you told me that, I was like, "Who?" Like
yeah.
what? It's cool.
A friend of mine kind of told me that, and I was
Well,
like,
tell him to
wait a
stay
minute.
tuned. Tell him to keep staying tuned, comment
Yeah,
boards,
please
join
stay
us and
tuned.
stuff. But yeah, let me finish what I was gonna say before I was really
Go for it.
interrupted by my kid. I'm sorry, guys. My kid was calling me.
Don't
I had
worry,
a
dude.
so
Like you listen like the first 10 minutes of the podcast, and you notice my daughter interrupts us too
I know, but this
with
dude
her,
like literally.
and I'm like,
But back to what I was saying, like we're gonna leave the rest of the other topic for another day. But here's
mhm,
what I do want to say. So, at one point in my life, I made a decision to change my life habits, my eating habits, the way I was for my habits, and this is why I'm still working on changing my habits. Some of the habits that I have. It was a hard work and progress. A lot of people have asked me, and it kind of bugs me that people have been asking me this. And my answer to them is, I don't know, maybe. Are you
mhm.
dying? No, maybe I am. I don't know. You never know. And the thing
We
is,
all dying.
we're all dying eventually, but maybe I am dying. I don't know. That's my answer that I give to people because here's the thing is I have work, and those close people of mine know, including yourself, know that how much work
Mhm.
I've actually put into this. If I have not reached my goal, no, I haven't reached my goal. I want to reach a different goal. But here's the thing, though, just because I changed my different on my body, my difference, or how I look different compared to what I
Mhm.
look like. I'm over 100, close to 120 pounds down, and this is a
Good.
long time of process that I've have accomplished to myself. But I want to tell you this: my attitude has not changed from the person that was 310 pounds to what is now.
I mean,
That's simple. The only thing that has changed is those people they
I
used to
disagree.
ban. They used, yeah, they didn't change. They didn't change because let me tell you what I say. There's people that will accept you, and they would have you by your side and be everything with you, and there's people that will judge you.
Hmm.
Fortunately for me, I haven't had nobody like that for me. There was actually people that accepted me how I was, and they was always looking out for me. Now, by me saying that I did not change anything at all, I did not change anything at all whatsoever. What are you doing?
Nobody,
What are you,
motherfucker. What?
what are you talking? What are you doing?
As
Uh,
soon as I saw you, you lost all that fucking weight. I was like, bro, congrats. I wasn't saying that you were sick
no,
or
no, no,
anything
no,
like
no, no,
that.
no, no.
This
I'm not saying.
motherfucker is
I'm not
saying like,
saying
I
like
didn't have
I'm
anybody
no.
to tell me.
No, no, no. I'm not saying
Everybody
nobody
was
to tell me
commenting
anything like that. It's just
about,
the way that my
am I
personality has
sick?
been
Am I
has not
dying?
changed the person that I am. My attitude still the same.
I
If
disagree
anything,
though.
my I feel like my attitude actually
L-
improved
Dude,
in a lot
Erwin,
of ways.
let me tell you something. I disagree. I feel like the person who was 300 pounds have died, and this new person has been born. And the thing is like, uh, you might not see it, but other people might will. And it's the fact that that person who was 300 pounds, when I say the person that 300 pounds passed away, is because this new person got reborn. And this new person is taking charge of his health, of his status, and just making improvements
Right.
as we go. So don't take it as in like a bad thing
No, of
that
course.
other people don't see it like, are you on steroids? Are you dying? No, dude, you just take a fucking health. Like those people, like it makes no sense. But they listen, people would fucking judge you whether you gain weight or you lose weight.
Of course.
It's like, damn, dude, you got fat as fuck. And then you lose all that weight. And then, damn, dude, are you on steroids? Or like, damn, dude, you're fucking sick. Are you dying? It's because like they don't know the hard work you put in to go down to that one from the 300 to the 200, or I think you're 190 something, right?
192,
Okay,
192.5.
those people do not realize the hard work you have to put in, the mental toll that you have to put in to lift those fucking weights, to pick yourself up, to drag yourself to the gym, or drag yourself to the floor and do push-ups or do squats, whatever it is. They don't realize that shit. And so a person who's actually doing it right now on dragging his ass up to lose that weight too, not 100. I don't need that's too much for me. I will fucking disappear.
Oh,
But
but this is a you said. Uh-huh.
no, for real, because I'm a 217 and I want to get to 150.
That's not bad.
And so that's not
150,
like,
that's tiny, bro.
see, and there you go judging. Like,
No,
why
but
you
I'm
gotta
just saying,
judge?
but
Why
that's
you gotta
really.
judge?
I'm not judging, bro. I'm just saying. I'm just
No,
looking out for you, bro. Because then you're gonna be
n-
like,
no, 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 no. Let me tell you something. It's a yes, 150 might be low, but it's a
mm,
fine line between having like a eating disorder or
mm,
like getting to that weight.
right,
So my goal is to make sure that I'm not doing any diets. I'm just eating like what I'm doing. I'm replacing foods that instead of like those white eggs, I'm using cage free fucking eggs to make sure that I absorb more nutrition than anything,
yeah,
and also controlling my portions.
that's
And
good,
then I'm exercising every day, no matter what, no matter how tired I am, no matter if I got any sleep at all or not.
right.
I gotta keep my body moving. Whether I do 20 push-ups the one day or I do a full P90X 1 hour video, doesn't matter.
But yeah, and like I said, you can do it, bro. Just don't give
Oh
up to
yeah,
it.
I'm
Just
not giving up.
and you got me thinking right now when you said that, because I was like, damn, fucking Rafa, you are right on that. But what I'm saying, I feel like my attitude did change a lot. A lot
Yeah,
of people
it
may say like
does.
they're probably laughing at me and they're like, you're fucking lying. It's the same guy. No, but I feel like my attitude's changed a lot because I don't feel as frustrated and angry.
No, you
And
feel clear.
yeah, I feel clear.
Your
And
mind is
there's
clear.
things like I said, there's things that I kind of been working. I still want to work on things. Like my attitude is not as bad as I used to have a really bad attitude. And I'll admit that, a
Yeah.
really really bad attitude. I don't feel like my attitude is bad anymore. I don't let little things get to me or bother me, or
Yeah.
take my time, and like I told you, I've been kind of slacking going to the gym directly. But like today, I saw the same thing today. Today, I might actually gym was
Go to
here.
the fucking gym. Just
I did some push-ups. I did some
yeah.
sit-ups. I did it here. Just try to do something different here to try
Mhm.
to kind of get myself going.
No,
And
and
it's
here.
crazy that you say this because I didn't realize this, but you kind of become a person that the way that you eat, that you used to eat, is
Hmm.
different now. How you're like able to manage your weight of habits of eating,
Of
drinking
course.
based soda. Because I cut off sodas. The hardest thing that's been for me is the beer. That's
Ooh,
been the hardest thing for me, bro. And
not for me. I still have like fucking Modelos in my fucking fridge.
that's
I
been
haven't
hard
touched
for
them.
me. Just I don't mind. I mean, I'll have a beer and stuff, but it's hard for me because I think
Yeah.
it's really hard. I'll admit it. I'm not like I used to be that would drink consistently on daily basis. I'll tell you that. Like I will drink
Hmm.
a beer and stuff like that. But it's just there's things that I just need to work on to kind of make better for myself, and then it's I have to find that motivation to get back on track because I feel that one thing for me that, like I said, my therapy for me has been the gym
Yeah.
and just
and
be
and
able
then
to.
you haven't been going.
Yeah, but
See,
I've
you
been
just
doing
said
it.
like
I've been doing it
the
here.
gym is your therapy.
Yeah,
You
I've
just
been
said
doing.
it. The
Yeah,
gym is your therapy,
yeah.
and you haven't been going, and so you're feeling that. I
I'm
thought that
still.
was a condom for a second. I was like, "What the
Bro,
fuck? You pull a condom
it's a
for,
sticky note, man. I'm keeping track of.
motherfucker?"
There
This
you
guy,
go. See, that's
this guy
your
was
face
ready
was
to
funny.
pull a fucking condom. I was like,
Anyways, Rafa,
"Motherfucker,
no, I
what?
appreciate what
Did
you
I
said right
fucking?"
there, bro. I appreciate what you said right there,
No, but
honestly.
here's the thing, though. Here's the problem with society, because a lot of people are saying like, don't fat shame people, don't do that,
Yeah,
don't do it. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this is where I agree with Joe Rogan, and like, I get it, do not fat shame to a certain point, but at the same time, when can I tell my fucking friends, when can I tell the my family or the person I love, or just tell myself in the mirror, like, hey, you have a fucking problem, bro. If you continue being this fat, you might have health problems in the future,
yeah.
and you want to be able to see your kids, you want to be able to see your family, you want to be like, you want to keep living. And so like, I get at the same time, I guess, like, don't push them lower than they already are,
Yeah.
but elevate them in a way where we can whatever mechanism it works for that person.
Just
Like,
remember, right? By the way, just remember for
what
you, speaking about you,
what
you have a challenge coming up, and you called it out, Mr. Spartan.
oh yeah.
So
That's
you,
why I'm training.
yeah.
That's why I'm training, dude.
So just say, don't
Yeah,
forget that. I
actually,
want to.
the guy who invited me to the Spartan race
Uh huh.
is the guy who mentioned that, like, the accent shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hear it.
So yeah,
Okay.
I trust me, I'm still thinking about that Spartan race. It's just that $100 or yeah, it's
Yeah,
close to $100 to like do the smallest race with the obstacles. So, anyways, yeah, I'm not like listen, I'm not. Yes, I want my goal to be 150, but I don't want to get there with like eating disorder or bad management. So I gotta make sure to focus on that stuff. But I also we also gotta remember that not everybody works the same way. Not
Right.
everybody
Right.
thinks the same way on like maybe somebody will react differently if you insult them by calling them fat, but some other will be like, "Yo, you looking great. Do you lose some weight?" Because they probably are. This is the fucking month that a lot of people are trying to do it,
Right.
and it's kind of shady that some people are like, "New year, new me." That's some bullshit. It's like might be bullshit for you, but for the person who like is trying to change their life right now, it's not bullshit for them,
No
and
doubt. No
so it
doubt.
is very critical to say that, yo, my boy Randy is in the building. Happy New Year's,
What's up,
homie. What's
Randy?
up,
What's going
Randy?
on, man? Long
Hey,
time no
shout out to
see.
Melody in Paris. I miss like Paris. Not Paris. I miss both birthdays. To be honest,
Slacker.
so,
I
I
didn't, I didn't
know,
even get an
dude.
invite. Shady ass. Just
N-
kidding.
well, no, I just because if you look at his snap, it would be like "Happy
Oh,
Birthday, Melody" and
oh,
"Happy
I
Birthday,
know.
Paris." So it's kind of like
Or
shit.
Mister, hey,
I,
red light.
the,
Red light pig.
hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
Just give you shit, Randy, bro. But thanks for coming in, bro. But I think
Yeah.
it's a good time to actually leave it off right here. I
Yes,
just want to
sir.
say,
What?
oh, he said, I got a Spartan medal you can borrow. Ah,
What? You got a Spartan
he
medal?
does. He actually did it with
Yo.
his with Steve.
Oh, he did
Steve,
it with
what?
Stevie?
This Stevie. Yeah, and
Oh
Caleb.
shit.
Caleb
And Caleb.
Enriquez. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey,
So
let me ask you this, Randy, if you're still watching, what month is better to do the Spartan race? Do you think in the middle of July when it's hot as fuck, or
hell no, you're dumb.
okay, when should I do it then?
Well, when is the next August? What is it?
I don't know when is the next one. Let's take a look.
That shit harder though, for real. He said,
Yeah, it's
no cap.
a la verga.
Damn, he's saying that. He said no cap. So, yeah.
All right, I accept whatever.
Cause St. George
20.
gets hot in September, and like dude, those months, especially if you have a excessive heat warning, bro. Dude, good luck, good luck, and that's
All
enough
right,
in
so
store.
there's a Utah event race.
Sorry.
July 8th to the 9th.
Oh,
But it's on snow
it's in Huntsville. It's actually not.
Huntsville.
Yeah, it's not. It shouldn't be too bad out there, dude.
Okay.
Huntsville's right next to the. It's actually up north. May or June is what he's saying. So.
All right. So I'll try to go here. Not try.
Alrighty.
I'll go.
So
I'll
guess
go.
what? Countdown
Uh
begins, buddy. So.
I know, dude. I probably should buy the ticket right now. Oh, there's kids races too. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm doing
But
that.
I'm not doing the fucking 10K or
Why not?
motherfucker. What?
What was
Are
that?
you doing it with me?
Sorry, what was that?
Are you doing it with
What
me?
was that again?
You're gonna do it with me, huh?
The 10K? That means I
10K,
have to start
25
running more.
obstacles. It's not just 10K. It's 25 obstacles.
Damn, Randy says you got it. You
Oh
got it,
hell
Rafa.
yeah, I do, man.
You
That
got
shit
it,
is hard,
Rafa.
dude. No keep. Oh hell yeah, Randy, I got it for sure.
Hey,
I
Randy, good
appreciate it.
seeing you, man.
It's good
Good
seeing you,
seeing you.
bro.
Man,
I
you usually
miss
hit me
you.
up one of these days on Snap or something. You're too cool or what, bro? You can't even say hi nowadays. Well,
He's busy, man.
shit.
He's getting that money, man.
Apparently.
He's getting that
Apparently.
money. He's getting tatted up too. He's catching up to me.
No,
Like I
he's
already
been
got my full
he's been
sleeve.
getting that money, but he's been going to Wendover a lot lately.
That's how he gets his money, dude. This dude is
I
fucking smart about it.
know.
He goes to Wendover. I start placing bets on the fucking teams. He places on the opposite and fucking wins it. So,
All right.
well,
Well,
ladies and
anyways,
gentlemen,
just like I want to say it off, like Rafa did mention, I think it's more important that you gotta take care of yourself. That's the most important thing of everything, and whatever you decide to do, especially right now for those right now that are hitting the gym really hard right now for the new yourself. I'm happy for you. Stay committed. The first couple weeks are always the hardest. That's my personal advice I can give you to you. It was not easy for me to lose all the weight that I lost, and I'm happy where I'm at right now. But I can tell you this much: stay consistent, be patient. You will see results. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the show. Share, like, and follow us on the social medias right below this video right here. Other than that, have a good night. We'll see you next time.
And thank you so much for joining another episode of Talking with Rafael. I just smacked my fucking lip with my fucking mic. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, and share it with your friends and family if you enjoy this. If not, still share it. I appreciate it. Somebody might enjoy it. But yes, I can fucking do it. I got
Yes, you
Randy
can.
support. I feel
Yes,
it.
you can.
Let's go.
He just can't, Rafa.
Hey, I'm gonna ask him personally if he able to join, if he's willing to do it again. I'm not doing the fucking beast or anything like that. I'm gonna be doing the fat gay, just the smallest one, because that's cheaper. I got a baby, man. I got a baby.
That's true.
I got a baby, so I gotta do it the July 9th. I'm gonna get that ticket.
Hey,
So.
that's good.
But hey, are you doing it with me?
We'll see.
Let's do it, man.
Okay.
Let's do it.
When is it? May? June?
July
July what?
9th.
What day
Míralo. Ah.
I need to get back into running then for sure. Because, I mean, I'm running. I'll be
I know,
fine.
right? It's
Running,
like
I'll be
it.
fine.
Listen, it's only 5K, but it's 20 obstacles. That's it. And we'll get a medal. Randy got one. Shit.
Way, so cute.
Shit,
It's a
we should all
Sunday.
do it. I'm gonna do a poll and see who wants to do it with me. I already got like my friend who introduced me to this. He's probably gonna do that one too. I'm not sure. I'm gonna ask him, but he got me to do this, so I'm gonna have to do it. You know, I'm a man of my word. So let's go. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. I know I've been dragging this shit too long. Peace.
See you guys.